All right. We're back for the third live stream. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3. I did a fourth one if we're counting Yankees Unloaded. I did like 5 or 6 yesterday. We've been on a bender here, but here's the deal, okay? I love doing this. I never take it for granted. I enjoyed the watch party. It's not something, I'm not a watch party guy, so I'll never say, oh yeah, my watch party is so great. Oh, we're still in the watch party thing. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Anyway. Yeah, my watch party's so great. It's the best in the world. Oh my God. No. I don't think I'm very good with the watch parties. But I try, we had fun, and I appreciate everyone who showed up and showed out. And I appreciate the Rams for getting this win because it makes my life a lot easier. It's easy to talk about wins, not as easy to talk about losses. It is actually, but you get the point. But also, anytime you go on the road on a short week against a division rival on prime time, after a very physical one possession down to the wire game and you win, I don't care what the score was. This is a huge win for the LA Rams. And, really what they showed us is that they can win in all different types of ways. And I think right now, they can win any style of game. I know I said that they struggle against mobile quarterbacks. I think it's really unfair to just absolutely, and I said this last week and I'll still say it, or on Sunday, and I'll still say it. I thought it was unfair the way the defense was covered. I mean, they won a huge game. That was the game of the year. And they come through. They get the stops when they need to. Well, sure. I mean, was it perfect? No. But everyone's like, the defense gave up 42. They're terrible. Well, how about that? Defense today gave up 6. 6 points. That's what the defense gave up today. Without their cornerback, by the way, because Kobe Durant was out. I mean, we'll get into it. Plenty of stuff is on my mind that I want to talk about. But just really appreciate the fight the Rams had in this one. These are not easy wins. It's survive and advance out here. Basically, it was like the 1 seed taking on the 8 seed. If the 1 seed loses to the 8 seed, it's not like losing to 16, but it stings. But does anybody care in the Final Four that the 1 seed in March Madness barely beat the 8 seed? Does anyone care? Really? It's survive and advance. And the Rams got to 2 games above 500 for the first time since last year, week 17. They're ahead of schedule. So week 17 last year, I was at that game. They beat the Giants with help of the Seahawks. They clinched the playoffs. They lost, of course. The Seahawks lost to the Steelers. I watched that at a rest stop. They beat the Giants. Steelers beat the Seahawks. Rams 2 games above 500, and they go to the playoffs. Well, now they are 2 games above 500. They've won 4 straight on the road. They've won 3 straight in general. They've won 7 of their last 9. This team can hang with anybody. They can beat anybody. They can play a drag-out, knockdown 12-6 game. They could also play a 44-42 barn burner. That's just the way they are. And I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with the way they played, especially the defense really stepped up. We're going to break it all down. Just want to let you guys know, couldn't do it without Prize Picks, who's our sponsor for this live stream. We'll get to all the super chats in a sec. But Prize Picks, if you haven't already, go and check them out. I gave you guys picks before the game. Hopefully you didn't use them because this game was unlike anything I would have expected. I thought we'd see 3 or 4 touchdowns from the Rams. We saw 0 on both sides. But Prize Picks is fantastic. You can head on over there, use my code JKBogan, and you're going to get $50 instantly when you play at least a $5 lineup at signup. So be sure to do that. They have 0.5 freebie Patrick Mahomes. So get started with Prize Picks. Link is in the description below. Man, what a game. What a game in a weird way. It's like this is the polar opposite of the 44-42 game. It was close because there was just a defensive battle. You got to give a lot of credit to the 49ers defense. I would hate to be them right now. Your season's over and you laid it all on the line. I mean, that was... But I will also say this. DeAmador Lenore saying that trash finds a steak every now and there, whatever the hell he said, which is really stupid. Congratulations. You played yourself. You were swept. The Rams swept the 49ers this season. They did it when Kittle was playing and Debo was playing. They did it without Kittle and Debo. They did it without Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. They did it with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. The Rams are just simply the better team. They've been the better team. It happens. They had a hard time beating the 49ers. All those games were relatively close, though, when those two were on the same level. But end of the day, this is the new era of the NFC West. The 49ers are going to have to tear this thing down. They didn't get a Super Bowl done. It's time to admit it. Look it right in the face and say, all right, how do we fix it? What do we do? I don't think Brock Purdy is going to win you a Super Bowl. I like him. I think he's, I think he's underrated. Maybe by some people. But I'm not paying Brock Purdy $50, $60 million a year. I'm just not doing it. I said it before this game. I'm saying it afterwards. George Kittle, you might have to move on from because you're not going to have the money. Debo Samuel should not be on this roster. I find it very fitting how this is the guy who was complaining after 38-13. The exact opposite, we not me. They went 38-13. And this team had just been blown out back-to-back games. And they win 38-13, and Debo says something about not getting touches. Are you kidding me? And then they try every which way to get him touches. And you could argue he lost them the game. That pass he dropped might have been the game. That would have been the only touchdown of the game, potentially. We'll never know how the game would have changed if they scored a touchdown. But still, you could argue that really crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. So yeah, Rams won an ugly game, 12-6, but they were on the road. And, I think, I didn't realize I had an idea late in the season, short week instead of early in the season, short week after a bye 2 weeks prior. Late in the season, short weeks are a little bit different. And they definitely were feeling the effects of that Bills 44-42 game. And so they didn't come out with the strongest, but the defense had something to prove, and you saw that right away. This defense stepped up on another level. And again, we're going to break it all down. I want to get to the super chats. I don't want to lose any of them. So, let's see here. Retro Smetro, love that name. Can we get the shades to... Way ahead of you. Just kidding. I probably would have forgotten them anyway if you didn't answer. So yeah, we can get the shades to celebrate the win. Victory shades. Huge, huge win. Not taking anything away from it. Anyway, thank you for the 5. Appreciate you. HAV, thank you for the 5, 11 and 6. I think so as well. D-Tex, thank you for the 2. Jake, quotes, Juan Soto betrayed me. Ellen Bogan, go Rams. I don't care about Juan Soto anymore. Good for him. He got his money. I'm over it. I'm moving on. But I appreciate the 2 there. Wildman Samurai, thank you for the 20, my friend. Still the best Rams channel out there. LFG Rams. Keep it up, Jake. I appreciate you, my friend. I love doing this with you guys. It's so much fun to be able to do this. So, it's a lot of, I really enjoy it, and I never take this for granted. The fact that my shift and punching in my time clock is on YouTube with you guys, I'm living the life. I've everything that I want, and I'm so thankful. So appreciate you. Jesse Johnson, thank you for the 2. Good win, Jake. Even though it was ugly, we got the W. Absolutely. SoCal, appreciate the 2. 4 was in his bag tonight. You were right, Jake. I told you guys, this guy can ball. He can play. He just doesn't get the opportunity to play as much as some of the other guys, but he's a very good football player, very instinctive. What you can't tell on TV is he is big. He is huge. His calves are huge. His legs are huge. This guy's really put it all on the line. And look, I mean, let's be honest here. Oh, I don't want to get copyright claimed, but I will still play it. I promise. I'm going to be honest here, okay? If Kello was playing the whole year from week 1 and on, I think they beat the Lions. I think they beat the Lions week 1. They probably don't lose 41-10 to the Cardinals. They probably lose the game, but they don't lose 41-10. Obviously, I think they beat the 49ers. And then I think they beat the Bears if he plays more than 8 snaps in that game. I think they beat the Packers if he plays the full game. He's a very good corner. People can say what they will, but he's a very good corner. And it's time for people to understand that. I'm going to get through the super chats and then I'll play it. Let's see here. Boxer 5. Thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. Why did I say I'm tired. No post-game highlights to watch. We are sleeping good tonight. Unlike them Santa Clara boys. Rams house, baby. Absolutely. Hey, they're thinking about the draft already. So, my friends over there can do some content on the draft. I mean, no disrespect with that. That's a big deal. So appreciate you there. Deuce Falco, thank you for the 20. Rams versus Lions playoff game rematch? I believe so. We're going to see it. I really think so. You can't see this? Yes, I can. Thank you for the 2. People, you owed Kello an apology. I agree. Man. Huge win. Gotta love it. Oh, boy. Jacob Hurtado with the hundo. Big W, Jake. Keep up the great work. LFG. Everyone got to drop a W in the chat right now for Jacob Hurtado. And hopefully I'm saying your name right. And it's not Jakob. I don't know. I mean, maybe it is. But you're the GOAT. I appreciate you. Good Lord. Good Lord. Man. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. It is, yeah. God, this is going to be fun. See, we got almost 1,000 people in here. It's past midnight on the East Coast. Love it. Elpers Cat, thank you for the 2. Jake, you're the 49ers GM. What offensive players do you keep? Well, I mean, I'd like to keep Kittle, but I don't know if he fits their timeline, right? So, looking at it, I'd probably keep, the obvious Isaac Guerrero, I think has a future in this league. Jawan Jennings is in his prime, not old, right? George Kittle's getting up there. George Kittle's 31 years old, right? So that's an issue. I'm keeping Brock Purdy, but I'm like, look, Brock, you were not great this year. Let's see if we can work out a negotiation where we give you a 1 or 2 year deal that is clearly, beneficial for you and is a step up, right? Like a raise because you deserve it. But we can't give you $60 million. We're not going to give you a long-term deal. But I would give him a 1 to 2 year deal. Brock won't sign it, absolutely, but that's what I'm saying. Pearsall, you feel good about long-term. He's got some upside. Debo's gone. I'm getting him right out the door. Do not want Debo on my team at all. Brandon Ayuk, you feel good about. One of the better route runners in the league. The injury sucks, but he'll be back. And, Christian McCaffrey, I'm getting rid of. Jordan Mason, I'm feeling really good about. So, yeah, the 49ers have pieces. The offensive line doesn't really give up a ton of sacks. And they're banged up, and they don't have Trent Williams, and they only lost by 6, to be fair. But, yeah, I think they got a lot of stuff to do in this offseason. You know, John Lynch has his work cut out for him, but I think he's up for the challenge. We'll see what ends up happening. Excuse me for coughing in your ear. I love choking on air, bro. Sick. Ismail Racinos, thank you for the 2. We're going to win the division. I agree. I think it happens week 18 or earlier. If Seattle loses this Sunday, and I do believe they're going to win, but if the Packers beat the Seahawks, the Rams are going to clinch the division before week 18. You heard it here. Anyway, Chach, thank you for the 2. Jake, good win, bro, but got me 0 points. I'm mad. Fantasy-wise, I get it. It's probably Cooper Kupp, isn't it? Yeah, it happens. Fantasy, that's why I don't get too invested in all that. I like covering the game for what it is. Obviously, you know, I like having prize picks there and, you know, what have you, but, you know, fantasy football, I've just gotten less and less interested in. I don't know. Oh, man. Roger Morales, thank you for the 5. LFG Jake, nasty W. I'll take it. Please show up with a broom on Tuesday. I will hopefully do that. I don't know if I have a broom. I'll buy one. We'll see if it gets here in time, but I am planning on it. Robert, thank you for the 30 from Thailand. Enjoy the victory. And I appreciate you specifying 30 so people didn't just like lose their collective shit when 1,000 dropped. Like you have that, you're very well aware of how people are now. It's funny. But yeah, I'm coughing from smoking the Niner pack. That's funny. But no, appreciate you, Robert. Thank you so much. Mike A, thank you for the 5. Can everyone stop with the Cardi hate now? Not you, Jake. Rookie been kicking solid. Hell yeah. Cardi won them the game. He scored again all 12 points. They did against the Dolphins. He scored all 15 points and got hate. He's a good kicker. He's just young. He needs more opportunities, and he got those tonight, and that's a good sign. And, you know, now, don't look now, but did they update it? I don't even know if they did. I think they did. I don't know if they did. Did they? He has a 77.3 field goal kicking rate? I don't think so. I don't think that's updated. I don't think so at all. Anyway, I'm like losing. Oh, what was that? Ooh, a squirrel. Like, idiot. I'm like totally losing it over here. Yeah, what were we doing? Oh, yeah, Temple Hills Funk. Thank you for the 5. I'd love to be a fly on the wall inside the Rams organization to find out what their reluctance is with playing Witherspoon. It's frustrating. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, my God. It's so frustrating. I really can't take it anymore. If Ford doesn't start playing the same type of reps he was playing when they first started letting him play, that was a long way to say that I want him to play more. I don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously nothing, but he's so good. It really bothers me. You know, I watched him with the Steelers. I watched him with the Niners. I watched him with Seattle. Seattle traded him away because they were idiots, and then he went to the Steelers and did really well, and then he got banged up, and he played banged up, which he always does, because you notice how this guy doesn't miss games. See, no one wants to mention that. They'll give credit with a corner who's always hurt. They'll give credit to a guy who always makes mistakes and is always getting flags, but Kello never gets credit for the fact he played all 18 games for the Rams last year, filling in for Jalen Ramsey. That's a huge, huge role. That's a lot. Like, the shoes to fill were massive, and he did it with flying colors. And people bring up, you know, they bring up later on in the year. It's like, okay, and I told you he had a hip issue. Groin issue, excuse me. Imagine playing cornerback with a groin issue. So, yeah, he didn't play his best down the stretch. He's still really good player. And then the tackling narrative is just stupid. The thing is, he doesn't play smash mouth style. He's not like this. He's like this because he knows. He knows his strengths. People will say he was burned on that Pearsall play. No, What he did was he played the trail technique. When you know you have the recovery speed in the wingspan, you play from the trail. You catch up and you swat that pass away or you pick it off. He's done that. And people are like, he's burned. No, he's purposely playing from the trail. He's staying in the hip pocket. It's actually a technique. But anyway, let's see here. Lil Smokes 213, thank you for the 2. Appreciate you. David Marino, thank you for the 2. Can we get Will Johnson corner from Michigan? Maybe. I don't know anything about the draft, but I will, just not until the Rams are eliminated. Hopefully that's February. And they're not eliminated. They just win the last game of the year. Hopefully. I do think at this rate, I think they're going to. I said it before the season. I got a little... I was just like, it's late in the year and I haven't seen anything to believe that this is going to be the team that wins it all. No, I really do believe they're going to keep this thing going and they can beat anybody. I do. I'm losing my voice. I apologize. SoCal, thank you for the 2. Any way Rams get Kittle? Probably not. If he's cut, the Rams could get him, but I got to be honest with you. I'm going to say this in a sec. So once I get through the super chats, I'll do it because I want to make sure everybody gets their super chat read if it has anything to read. Rudy Garcia, thank you so much for the 5. Did Jake Moody tell Debo to lock in? Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Jacob Hurtado with the hundo again. You guys, you know what to do. Gotta hit him with the W. That rhyme. Man, that sounded so cool. It normally doesn't work out that way. Hit him with the hundo. Appreciate you, Jacob. Niner pack tonight. Absolutely. We on cloud 9 over here. Sam Ramirez, thank you for the 5. Even in a no-catch game, Cup still made a difference. That motion to Parkinson open was the biggest play of the game. It was awesome. It was absolutely spectacular. I love the play calling. As soon as you do that, Stafford is able to recognize the defense because guys don't peel off or whatever. And then Parkinson comes down with the catch. Unlikely hero, right? Oh my God. Okay. Board Skyler, thank you for the 2. Congrats on the win. See you week 17. An idiot. Oh, wow. Damn. I don't know if you're an idiot, but I appreciate the 2 there. Halos 34, thank you for the 2. Man of Paradox, thank you for the 10. Transformational victory. Cloud above Cardi's head lifted. Thank you, Coach McVay. Not an ugly win, a gritty win. Total team effort. I see New Orleans. And the Lombardi Trophy lifted high. Go Jake, go Tutu. Thank you so much, man, Paradox. I appreciate the 10. So I'm about to say something that I didn't even think I'd say. Obviously, I know Parkinson, Colby P, with the game-sealing catch. But I think it's time to pound the table, right? Oh, I called them idiots. That's okay, an idiot. All right, thank you. I'm slow, so I can't even remember what I just said. That's funny. So, call me crazy, but I am now advocating. I am pounding the table to see more Hunter Long in the passing game. I've seen very minuscule amounts of Hunter Long, and I like what I see. It feels weird to say that. I was a big Davis Allen fan coming out. He's still young. He could still figure it out. And I was big on Colby Parkinson. But, man, I want Hunter Long back. Special teams baller. And then you see him, and he's just a natural hands catcher. I know that doesn't sound like a football term, but he is. Natural hands receiver. And he moves upfield all in a really fluid motion. He just looks really smooth as a receiver out of his breaks. So I just give him a lot of credit. I think he deserves it. And yeah, he was the butt of a joke. Oh, yeah, he was a throw-in for Jalen Ramsey. Well, he had 2 catches for 17 yards today that looked like, 2 catches where he was clearly the best tight end on the roster with Higbee out. I want to feed Hunter Long more. I want more, receptions. I want more targets his way. I think it's time. Let 84 cook. That's how I feel. I know it's weird, but that's truthfully how I feel. Halo's 34. Thank you for the 5. Jake, what about Campbell, the linebacker, working out in the third quarter? Yeah, so I saw this story, and I almost can't believe it's true, except there's so many precedents that have been set to prove it's true. DeAndre Campbell just basically said, I'm out. See y'all later. I'm not kidding. He literally was just like, yo, peace, dog. And he just walked out. Are we kidding ourselves? Third quarter, he's just like, I'm done. I can't play anymore. I'm tired of this. I don't want it. Crazy. Not unheard of. Not unheard of. But crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's just like bro quit in the middle of his shift. I don't have words. Like, are we serious? Kyle Shanahan said DeAndre Campbell told him he didn't want to play today, and when he was asked to replace Dre Greenlaw in the third quarter, he went to the locker room. That shit would never fly in a Sean McVay locker room. That is insanity. I have no words. That is insane. Christian, thank you for the 2. How did I become a Rams fan from across the pond? So my dad grew up in Irvine, California. Was next door neighbors with Jim Youngblood, and he became a Rams fan. Then he was moved back to New York, and raised me to be a Rams fan. Very long story, but short, obviously. But yeah, that's how I'm a Rams fan. I've watched ever since. St. Louis, LA, they could move this team to Antarctica and I would still watch. I mean, I love this team with everything. Couldn't be more passionate. It's funny because I'll still get the bandwagon comments and I'm like, bruh, I'm literally a diehard. Like, if I died in my car accident, like, I was wearing an Orlando Pace jersey when I was hit by the car. Literal diehard. Like, miss me with the bandwagon. Orlando Pace jersey on the body after getting hit by a car. Dead straight. Like, more tears than rain at Levi Stadium. Good Lord. No relation to Jack. Nope. Thank you, Adam. Yes, definitely hit that like button. We're over 1,000 people. Well, this is crazy. 1,000 viewers, 185 likes. If we can get those likes to 1,000, it basically tells YouTube everyone who is here likes what they're watching. If you don't like what you're watching, then don't hit the like button. If you do like what you're watching, hit the like button. I don't like to tell people what to do. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this and you want to support it further, I mean, obviously you could do a super chat, which does help. Speaking of which, coach, trainer, mentor, thank you for the 5. Spates and Roseboom are playing well together. They are. They are. I can't wait to see the PFF grades for tomorrow. I really can't wait to see the coverage stuff for Akello. I can't wait to see the linebacker grades. The defense better get some crazy grades, man. They were great. But, man, I forgot what I was saying. Not even going to pretend. I totally forgot what I was saying. Appreciate the 5. Oh, yeah. Thumbs up. Like button, thumbs up. Be sure to do that. It goes a long way. You got 257, 967 concurrent viewers. Mike A. Thank you for the 2. Cardi, 23 of 26 on field goals and 29 of 32 on extra points. 89.7. He's 23 of 26. And there are people that wanted to get rid of him? Are we for real? Oh my God. I think you're right. Wait, 23 though, because I show 17 of 22 going into that game. He made 4. So 22. No, 21 for... He's 21 for 26, I think. Still good though. I'll take it. Okay. Hopefully I don't get copyright claimed, but I waited. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to talk. So that way, if it does get copyright claimed, I'll just have them erase the song. So, because, you know, people be trying to steal my shit, even though this is my profession. Anyway, shout out to Holden Cantor for having this on his Twitter, and I could just easily grab it.
Fuck the 49ers, yeah. Fuck the 49ers, yeah. Fuck the 49ers, y'all a sorry ass team. Thanks. Fuck the 49ers. Damn, I hate the 49ers. I hate y'all, I hate the 49ers. Fuck y'all. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty champs. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all lost to the champs. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks. Hey, 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 hey. Super Bowl losing streak. Yeah. Hey, fuck the 49ers. Damn. I hate the 49ers. Back. I hate that fucking team. Back. Brock Purdy look like Jimmy Neutron Francine. Tom Brady got your quarterback from Sheen. Why I hate that team so much, where can I begin? Damn, fuck George Kittle, bro, he look like...
Not really, I like George Kittle.
Fuck Brock Purdy, bro, he look like Ronald Reagan. Fuck Debo Samuel, bro, he look like the baby. Fuck the 49ers, I can't say it enough. Yeah, y'all thought y'all had this one, huh? Yeah, that shit was just a bluff. And I ain't trying to hear what you gotta say about my team. Cause we both went home with the same amount of rings.
Not true.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all lost to the Chiefs. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks. Hey, 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 hey. Super Bowl.
Hell yeah. All right, we did it. I had a little dance sesh. I am obsessed with dancing now. Like, quite literally obsessed. It is absolutely crazy. It's just, like, absolutely crazy. I don't know, man. Just wild. Oh, man. Hell yeah is right. I don't know. I'll be playing that on the round table. Don't worry. That's not a one-off. That is not a one-off. I was not dancing at SoFi. There was nothing to dance about at SoFi. I have a video watching the game. I'll send it to you later. Oh my God. Yeah, definitely do. James, you met me there? I'm going to the Jets game, yeah. Yeah, I am. Bang, bang, Niner. Oh, my God. Bang, bang, they missed the playoffs, gang. Oh, yes. Okay, James. I remember you. Yeah. No, definitely. My bad, man. I try to remember people, and obviously I don't have your face in front of me. If I saw your face, I'd be like, oh, I know who that is. Like, you know. All right, so let's go back to the game. We had a little extracurricular stuff there, which I don't know. I don't do it very often. I don't like gloating and all that, but it's fun, right? So, there's that. I'm probably not going to take call-ins because I'll probably just do the call-in show the day after the games. And the reason being is because I've been told that people prefer, first off, after the games, but the day after the games. But second, people prefer to hear like the whole analysis thing, and they're thinking that they're getting a whole thing, and then they're like, oh well, ends up being 2 hours, and it's like I'm not trying to listen to a 2-hour live stream or whatever. I don't know. Truthfully, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I am zonked. So I'll probably do it tomorrow. I need a Puka Nakua jersey. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. No, I feel that, Jack. Chris with the 10. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you with the 10. Quintana with the 10. Thank you so much, guys. Damn. Y'all are crazy tonight. Absolutely crazy. I know how much this means to you guys. That's why I lean into it. Normally, like, I'll be honest with you, I don't really hate I don't really hate any team anymore. I don't know what happened, but something like just snapped. Or not snapped. That's probably a bad way to put it. But I just don't really hate any team anymore. I don't hate any sports team anymore. So, that's the thing. Like, I don't even hate the Lions anymore. I know. Did you guys see my tweet? If you didn't, I don't hate the Lions anymore. I feel like I've been unfair to Jared Goff, and I don't really hate any team. But I know that you guys do. I know how much beating the Niners means to you. So I'm leaning into it. I'm playing that song. I'm going to have the broom for roundtable. And yeah, I'm just, just playing in. I'm leaning into it. I know how much you guys care. And I don't take it lightly. I get it. I mean, are you kidding me? Totally understand it. M1, thank you for the 10. One more time, Jake. For the... I can't play that again. There's no way. I cannot play that again. But, Oh, man. Anyway, let's talk about the game. Matthew Stafford did not have his all. Okay? He didn't. Didn't do, what you would have wanted him to do in this game, what you expected him to do. I think first off from the get-go, right? You talk about the sloppiness, how wet the football must have been. He couldn't get a grip on it. There were a lot of overthrows. Very uncharacteristic for Matthew Stafford, okay? But I was impressed with his ability to just stay in there. This is a game that, he could not afford to have a turnover, and this looked like a game where he was going to have a turnover. And he took care of the football, which was huge, very huge, and it led to them winning this game because Kyron Williams also took care of the football, ran the ball 29 times, slick weather. This is a 49ers team that does the peanut punch every time they get, and he held on to that football. This is a guy that, created some first down opportunities. He was able to move the chains, but more importantly, he didn't fumble the rock. Wide receivers. The blocking. in a game like this, yeah, your receiver stats aren't going to be great unless you're Puka Nacua, who had 97 yards for 7 catches. But your receiving stats are not going to be great. Tutu Atwell sticking his face in the fan as a blocker, catching that one batted pass that looked like that could have been picked off. That was huge. Basically clearing out, opportunities. He was used as a decoy. Cooper Kupp, how do you make an impact when you're not making the primary impact you're used to making? This is the guy that had over 90 yards last week. This is still the same week, essentially. But he had over 90 yards against the Bills. And I just feel like the way he played in this game, he knew, okay, I'm not making much of an impact as a receiver. I'm going to step up in a key way as a blocker. You saw that from him. You saw that from Demarcus Robinson. Kyron Williams stepped into the heat, the face of pressure. He knocked Leonard Floyd on his ass in pass pro. The blitz pickups were immaculate. You got to give Kyron a lot of credit. Yep, moving the pile. He was great tonight. So those guys stepped up. I thought Blake Corum at the beginning of the game, or, towards the beginning of the game, having those 2 catches kind of bailed them out, right? I mean, that was a big deal. He didn't get a whole lot of opportunities, but that was huge. Like I said, Hunter Long, he's just been really impressive in my opinion. When they ask him, when they call on his number, he just moves really well at the football, and I want to see him get more utilization in the offense. Parkinson, look, he went out of bounds, shouldn't have gone out of bounds late in the game. He made up for it catching essentially the game sealer. I know the 49ers got the ball back, but at that point, the time was 18 seconds. They didn't have enough time to score a touchdown, which they had to do. So that was that. On the defensive side, this was a defensive just masterpiece clinic, whatever you want to call it, except for the one seam buster, 33 yards over the middle to George Kittle. They did a really nice job. I thought they did a great job. You look at Christian Roseboom coming up in run support, making those tackles, and when he can't finish as a solo tackleist, whatever you want to call him, he can't finish that solo tackle. He sticks his face in the fan. He hits a guy. The guy gets kind of knocked back. And then you have Omar Speights, you have somebody like that, like a Quentin Lake, come up and finish the play. That's called run support. And they did a lot of that today. I thought Omar Speights looked really good with 7 tackles. I thought Christian Roseboom with the sack at the end of the game was huge. They're both playing their best ball, and they both play off each other pretty well. What can you say about Ahkello Witherspoon? 3 pass breakups. I mean, I still don't think he's going to get the credit he deserves. I know people are going to hold him accountable because he gave up that inside release and then he had the holding call. But Kello was fantastic tonight. You have to get it through your head if you're watching corners. Corners are going to give up plays. It's going to happen. And by the way, guys, they were playing in man coverage the majority of the game because they knew Brock Purdy is going to pick you apart in zone. They read the scouting report, and so they attacked him in man coverage. And you're going to have those. You're going to lose in man coverage every now and then. But at the same time, you're going to win more often than not because Brock Purdy struggles in man. And so they were able to, force that turnover there. Obviously, pass rush got to him. He overthrows Juwan Jennings, and Darius Williams is there for a huge interception. They really just tried to pick on Ahkello Witherspoon, and it backfired. And, I think he deserves a lot of credit, and he deserves a game ball, if I'm being honest with you. Anytime you step in there to take over the number one statistical corner on the team, and you have a game like you had against wide receivers like Pearsall and Debo, and I mean, Debo's not great anymore, but Juwan Jennings, he didn't shadow anybody. He just played his damnedest when he was going up against whoever. He saw Kittle, he saw Juwan, he saw Debo, he saw Pearsall. These guys are all going to give him, different stuff. Tom, my Venmo is JK Bogan, so it'll be the same thing as my my social media. So you asked, so I told. But appreciate you, by the way. So, yeah, Kello, 3 pass breakups, huge game. You're just not going to... Oh, he was asking you? My bad. Anyway. Kello was... He has 3 pass breakups in this game. You just don't see 3 pass breakups in a game from a corner very often. So, really impressed there. Kobe Turner, 2 sacks. Just really impressive day. Whether you're calling him the Masked Singer now or the conductor, like, you know, his name before, really, really impressed with his job. I thought he did a ton up front, going up against, you know, Dominic Pooney at times and going up against Jake Brendel. I thought he did some really good things. Byron Young really, in my opinion, just dominated. I am like losing my voice. Byron Young just dominated Colton McKivitz. So, you know, give him a lot of credit. He had a really nice tackle for a loss. Huge play. Michael Hoyt, love the cheetah package. It's working well. It's doing wonders. Give Michael Hoyt a lot of love. Give him a lot of respect. Give him a lot of praise. Because this guy just knows his role. And, you know, he just sits down in it and, you know, makes the most of it. So, big fan of Michael Hoyt. Quentin Lake had some huge opportunities here. 2 pass breakups in this one. Like the way Lake played. I like his physicality. Probably the fewest tackles that he's had all year. I haven't looked, but 3 when he normally is in the 7 to 10 range, it feels like every game. How about, speaking of guys that just randomly came out of nowhere with tackles, how about Xavier Smith? It was that type of game. A lot of punts. Xavier Smith had 3 special teams tackles, 1 solo. You normally don't see that from a gunner. But 3 special teams tackles in a day. Huge stuff out of Xavier Smith. I would have liked to see him do more in the return game. I thought he had a lot of opportunity, a lot of green grass, and just didn't really attack it. Played more conservative when they needed something. It ended up not bothering them, but still, you know, I'd like to see him do a little bit more as a returner. I know he's capable of it. Bobby Brown III. I mean, this guy wins inside. He's so good against the run. But when he doesn't get that tackle and it doesn't get the counting stat or whatever, he's bumping the run to the outside, where now you have Cam Curl, who has made a living in this league playing run support, and Kinchins and Lake and whoever is able to make the stop. So he did that quite a bit today. Give him a lot of praise. A lot of the things he does is not always on the box score. So, you know, I wanted to give Bobby Brown some credit. Jordan Whittington had 2 tackles. Darius Williams had the interception. Braden Fisk had a good game pressure-wise. Jared Verse, no sacks, but the pressure definitely got to Brock Purdy a few times. Cameron Kinchins had one of the best pass breakups of the day. Charles Woods probably doesn't, you know, probably wishes he didn't get that horse collar, but they won, so who gives a rip, right? And I just think overall, the way this team is trending is that they're going to win the next 3 games. They're going to go on the road. They're going to beat the Jets. It's going to be a tough one. I think it'll be very similar to the Giants game last year. I think it'll be like 23-20, probably ugly, right? Then they'll play the Cardinals. I think there's a chance that they beat the Cardinals by a couple scores. There is an actual... There's something they're playing for now. You know, the Cardinals blew them out. That was disrespectful, 41-10. They'll be ready. They'll be ready. And then Seattle, you got the final 2 games at SoFi Stadium. Neither team travels as well as, say, the Eagles or the Bills or the 49ers or the Steelers. So you have to feel good about where you're at. So that's what I would say about that. Let's catch up here on the Super Chats. Daniel Parker, thank you for the 20. Rams number 17. Go Q Anon. Go Q. I don't know what that means. But hey, appreciate the 20, Daniel. Thank you. What was it? Chach, thank you for the thank you for the 2. Rams 1 for my godfather. Awesome stuff. Brian, thank you so much for the 2. Akello Witherspoon deserves to be the starter. Absolutely agree. James Hernandez, thank you for the 5. Puka is a beast. Kyron carrying bodies to get some yards. Let's freaking go. We take it over the West. I agree. Derek Garcia, thank you for the 5. Any free agents you would pick up right and start? Derek, do you mean right now or like after the season? Because I mean, I don't think any of those. I don't think anybody would start right now. I don't think anybody you picked up would start. I think the Rams know who their starters are or close to it. But next year, well, I would have said, Garrett Bowles, but he just got an extension. I don't know, man. Next year, T. Higgins. I don't know. I gotta see how this season plays out. What time am I doing the call-in stream? I'll have to figure it out. It could be around noon, but I got to figure it out. I'll let you guys know. Appreciate you, HAV. And thank you for the 2. Man. It's so funny. I have my fan because it gets so hot in this freaking room. And the backdrop gets like hit by the fan. So I hear like scratching, which is the backdrop hitting against the wall. And every time I think it's like some cat or something that's about to like attack me. It's so funny. I've never gotten over it ever. But man, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's man, long day. Talk the Rams. Was that the first time I did it? I thought I did it. Did I do a stream earlier today? I thought I did. I'm like losing it, man. I definitely did a stream earlier today. I said I did 4 streams. I think this is my 5th stream. You guys are awesome, by the way. In case you weren't in the watch party, we got over 29,000 subscribers. It's been a long time coming. I started in 2020, November 16th. And to get to 29,000 subscribers, especially when we're talking about a Rams organization that has been in St. Louis, LA, and Cleveland, the fan base is fractured. And, we're getting back together or, somewhat back together. So I'm aware, I'm a little bit more limited on who I can reach. It's not like a Dallas Cowboys who can just say they're America's team and you find Cowboys fans everywhere. But to have 29,000 subscribers for an organization, covering an organization that essentially has had 3 or 4 different homes, if you want to include LA twice, is pretty crazy. So I appreciate you guys. It's awesome. And we'll get to 30,000, not by the end of the year. I mean, that'd be cool. But we got 17, 18 days left. I mean, probably not going to get 1,000 subscribers in 18 days, but who knows? It's happened before. 29K, 30 next. And then, my goal is just to keep going. Obviously, I'll keep going once I get past my main goal, but my main goal has always been 100,000. I want a silver play button in the background. Where would I put it? I don't know. I don't really care. But it would be in the background. It'd probably be behind the Judge jersey. Not behind it, but in front of it. That's probably what I would do. There's a lot of real estate there, and I love the pinstripes, but like, there's no rule about like covering some of the jersey, But let's be honest here. That silver play button, getting that, I might not even be at this apartment by the time I get that. I might be in a house. Hopefully, when I get the silver play button, I mean, I would love it tomorrow, but if I'm being realistic, hopefully when I get the silver play button, I have my wife, I have my kids, and I have my house, and I'm feeling great. I feel great right now, but it'd be cool to have all those things with that. So, yeah, that's a long time from now, probably. Who knows? Maybe it's not. Maybe, if the Rams win the Super Bowl this year, this thing goes up to 100,000. Probably not, but you never know. But, yeah, 29,000 is crazy. Ray, thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate you. Pennywise in the house. Yes. Yes, he is. And Art the Clown is incoming, thanks to my friend Chris. So at some point, we're going to have Art the Clown in the back from Terrifier. Terrifier 1, Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, the whole Terrifier franchise. So we'll be doing that. Garrett Bowles. I mean, I don't know for sure if they bring back Alaric. It depends on what is the cost. Like, I don't think they're just giving him a blank check. You know, I think he's a good player, definitely really good in the run game this year. Much improved in the run game. Pass protection, he's good. He's good. But I don't know if they're giving him a blank check, or I can tell you they're not giving a blank check, but you get my point. I don't know how much they're going to be giving him, to be fair. And I think that's fair. It's definitely fair. So, oh, man. Alex should be back. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. Let's see here. So let's talk about real quick. Oh, playoff machine. Let's do this. So, how about this? So we got the New York Times. Did they update this or no? Well, it's saying the Rams have a 50% chance of making the playoffs now and hosting a wild card game after being the 49ers. So let's just say, I think the Commanders are going to beat the Saints. I don't think, what's his face? Derek Carr's hurt, right? Week to week with a hand injury. That was so stupid. I don't know why they did that. They signed Ben DiNucci, but Jake Hayner's going to start. Washington, I think, is going to get to the Saints, although they are on the road. I'll take the Commanders there. Does that hurt the Rams? They actually increased their playoff chances. It's up to 52% with that. The Cardinals and Patriots, I think the Cardinals beat the Patriots. I think Seattle beats the Packers. So that gives the Rams a 35% chance of making the playoffs. Week 16, I think the Vikings beat the Seahawks. I think the Rams beat the Jets. And I think the Panthers beat the Cardinals. Anything else here? Where are the Commanders? I think the Eagles beat the Commanders. So, and then the Saints lose to the Packers. And then I think the Dolphins beat the 49ers. And I think that's it. I don't think anything will change anything. So if that happens, you're looking at a 62% chance of making the playoffs in Week 17. Ooh, do the Rams have a clinching scenario in Week 17? Rams beat the Cardinals. No, Seahawks will beat the Bears. This is going to come down to Week 18, folks. Just is. But you'll be rooting for the Falcons to beat the Commanders. I'll tell you that much. Because it just gives you that flexibility. Week 18, win and you're in. Win and you win the division. Rams clinch. If Seattle beats the Rams have a 16% chance of making the playoffs. And if the Cowboys beat the Commanders, which I think they would Week 18 in Dallas. No. Season on the line. Dan Quinn gets to go back home. Dan Quinn wins. The Rams would have zero chance of making the playoffs, as the Commanders would have the tiebreaker over. Well, they have more wins than the Rams. So really the Commanders, you hope, you got to hope for the Falcons to win. You got to hope for the Eagles, because you want to have that thing just in case. If the Saints win this weekend, that's huge for the Rams. That's huge. But you don't think Seattle's beating the Packers? I do, but I hope you're right. If you're right, then the Rams are going to win the division. Case closed. I think the Rams win out. I think Seattle wins out but loses week 18. There you go. Rams are your NFC West champions. That's what I think is going to happen. Yeah, I bet Debo is getting roasted on X. That's funny. So, looking at this, let's just do playoff machine now on ESPN. So, the playoff machine as it stands right now, if Seattle loses, we'll just do like win percentage or whatever. If Seattle loses against the Packers, then that would be really interesting. Yeah. Rams. So the Rams could be playing the Packers in the first round. Third in the third seed versus sixth seed. I think Seattle is going to get that seventh seed. At the very least, could get the sixth seed if they beat Green Bay, which I think they're going to. But if they lose to Green Bay, that really becomes interesting. So the Rams are going to play one of Green Bay, Washington, Green Bay, Washington, Seattle, right? I'm pretty sure that's it. The Falcons, what are they right now? Not looking good. 6-7. Yeah, I'm going to say it's Green Bay, Washington, or Seattle the Rams would play in the first round. If the Rams get the 7th seed, which is going to be a little tougher for them, then they would play the Philadelphia Eagles in the first round. Or the Lions, depending on how it goes. Green Bay got both safeties injured. Yeah, I have Seattle winning. I don't think Green Bay is going to win. I don't. Yeah, Curl's under contract, Cinco. So, yeah. Keller was great. Haters going to hate, but how about those safeties? Cam Curl to be exact. I agree, man. I agree. I still can't believe... I still can't believe what's his face? How can I not remember his name? The linebacker. DeAndre Campbell. Like what? Yeah, I still can't get over that. I still cannot get over that. Paul, the seafood chef, thank you for the 20. They said we couldn't beat the Bills, and we did. I did say that, unfortunately. They said I didn't say they couldn't. I just picked the Bills to win. They said we couldn't beat the Niners twice, and we did. This team never gets the respect we deserve. Horns up. Love you, Jake. Hey, love you too, man. Appreciate you. The seafood chef, huh? I could go for some seafood right now. I could. This is true. Could absolutely go for some seafood. Man. Mr. Midrange, thank you for the 3 months being a member. Appreciate you. What's so funny? Oh, man. Hey, I'm here for it, man. If you think Green Bay is going to win, by all means, I hope they do. I think Seattle's going to win, though. Oh, thank you, Paul. Thank you for the 10. Appreciate that. Ruiz has been a member for 32 months and took me to my first Rams game at SoFi. I'll never forget Ruiz. GOAT. Man. I can't believe how tired I am. I didn't know that like watch parties take up so much of like your energy. Like I don't have any energy. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks. Hey, y'all sue the chips. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks. Super Bowl losing streak. Oh, man. That is so funny. That's one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my life. Oh my God. What is the mustard thing? I see that all the time. I saw the Vegeta. They did like, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, and I wasn't a fan of how they like totally ruined Dragon Ball. Like they ripped it. Like, I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's like Piccolo's like the chef, and it's like Vegeta was like, yeah. It was like mustard, like. Oh, Kendrick Lamar said that? So that's a thing. Okay. So you guys didn't see the Dragon Ball Fortnite thing? Total brain rot. I was literally about to pass out. Like, good Lord. It's a Kendrick reference? Okay, like, that's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. I'll check it out. Kendrick came out with a new record. I'm not really into rap anymore. I used to listen to it more, but he's one of the only ones I'd listen to. And yeah, I was going to listen to it on the plane, and it just wasn't working on my way back from LA. So I just listened to Jaka John on like repeat because it was the only one that was working. Those of you who watch Dragon Ball Daima know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't play Fortnite. Let me be honest with you. So no, definitely not. Oh man. Kittle is Cam Curl's son. Oh my God, you guys are going in on Kittle. Daima is lit. I'm waiting to oh guys, it's Daima Friday. I gotta make sure I get it. Yeah, new episode tomorrow. Are you guys enjoying Daima? I know this isn't Rams talk, but I'm curious. Hell yeah, awesome. Yeah, I like Daima. It's fun. It's definitely fun. All right, let's see. I got the 49er thing stuck in my head. Brock Purdy look like Jimmy Neutron friend Sheen. Like what? Who comes up with this? Debo Samuel look like the baby. Oh man, that's funny. That's awesome. My kids will definitely be watching Dragon Ball. No doubt. I did add one to my collection, the Funko. If you can see it behind, you can't. You're not going to see it. It's the Trunks, the future Trunks with the spirit sword looking thing. I think they're just trying to be cautious with Higbee, and I understand it. I mean, Higbee came off a serious injury at the end of the campaign. And, you just want to make sure that you're not putting him into a position where he's going to re-injure himself pretty easily, So I get it. I do. Hey, if all it took was for me to go to SoFi Stadium and watch them get smacked by the Eagles, so be it. I regret nothing and would do it all over again. The only thing I regret was staying. I don't even want to say I regret it. I don't like regrets, but if I were to regret anything, was staying in town another 2 days. Bro, I literally just worked the entire time. I got a hotel after my friend Brent left, and I basically just worked the whole time in downtown LA. And I just ordered DoorDash or whatever, or Grubhub. I forget which one I used Uber Eats. Yeah, I used Uber Eats. Uber Eats is my favorite. But, yeah, I pretty much just Uber Eats to everything. Pretty much. I regret nothing. All right. Let's see here. How do I do this? Okay. Trying to figure this out on the fly. Okay. Got that. Okay, cool. So there we are with our prize picks, stuff here, as you can see. So I'm just going to go over this. I obviously being that they are a sponsor, and I just want to remind you guys that you can get this Patrick Mahomes 0.5 yards. It's a gimme. It happens in 2 days. So it's Picksmas over on Prize Picks. And let's just make a quick lineup, right? Show of hands. And you got to type I'm him in the comment section. Show of hands. Who has signed up with my code using Prize Picks or has Prize Picks? And who wants some lineups? And then if you haven't signed up, but you're interested, put in the comment section, I don't know, what's a cool word? Excelsior, because I'm a big fan of Stan Lee, and I'm convinced I saw him like a week before he died in LA. Put Excelsior in the comment section if you are interested in Prize Picks, but you've never given it a shot. Because my code JK Bogan, you're going to get $50 instantly. Instantly. You're going to literally put in your first deposit, right? And then you're going to play a $5 lineup. So I'll walk you right through it. Very simple. So we got Patrick Mahomes. This is how you play, right? So Patrick Mahomes. We got, I don't know, man. The way Bryce Young is playing lately, I'm going to take more there on the passing yards. And what's cool is it'll show you, like, okay, he's only hit that twice in the last 5. But that Philly game, that Philly defense is tough. Tampa, he did it. Kansas City did it. I think he's trending up. So I'm going to take Bryce Young there. Right? I see a lot of Excelsior in there. Hell yeah. Let's go. So I like Patrick Mahomes, obviously, because this is a freebie. I like Bryce Young. Chat, who else do we like? We got Bo Nix, who's recently had a pretty good run. I kind of like Bo Nix. I like... Kyler's been a good play. Against New England's defense, I'm going to say no. I think that I'm not going to do that. I think Josh Allen's going to have to throw more than 258.5 yards to beat the Lions. But you like Lamar, huh? Okay, Lamar's had 3 of the last 5. And he's going against the Giants. And it's only 217.5. Yeah, I'll go with Lamar. And by the way, these are the most picked plays. So that makes sense. Which is cool. They're helping you out. They're telling you, yeah, this has been picked 15.7 thousand times. So Derrick Henry, touchdown. You got Tua. And I like Tua a lot. But that's a lot of yards. But he's been throwing a lot. It's against Houston. And Jaden Daniels against the Saints. I don't really like this one at all. Aaron Rodgers against a horrible Jacksonville secondary after he just threw 339 yards and they lost on a game-winning, play or whatever. Maybe. Yeah, but the thing is, this green devil is you don't get as good at odds. That's the only thing. Oh, we know what we're doing. We're stacking Bryce Young and Adam Thielen. That's what we're doing. So we got Mahomes, Young, Lamar, Adam Thielen, and we got 2 more here. So let's do... Oh, Saquon is normally a no-brainer, but against the Steelers defense, it's not a no-brainer. We'll go with Derrick Henry. Pretty surefire thing, I think, against the Giants defense. And then, actually, I don't know. The Giants defense played well last week. I think this is a trap. Russell Wilson against Philly. Cortland Sutton, since he's returned, has clearly been... Oh, yeah. Let's go with Bo Nix. Yeah, let's definitely go with Bo Nix here. We're going to go with Bo. Bo knows. And we got one more. We can roll with this, right? You see the 5 correct, you get 8 times. 4 correct, you get 2 times. 3 correct, you get 0.4 times. And then a power play is you have to hit all 5. And you get 18.5. So you see right here, this is how Prize Picks works, folks. $20 to get 160. But then you do, well, we'll just do 5. Show you the 5. So the 5 would get you 40. 5 would get you 92.50 on this one. But you have to hit all 5. See, Prize Picks gives you an opportunity. It's not, like a parlay. Because if it was, then you can't lose anything. You can't, but with Prize Picks, these are just these are plays. These are projections. These are picks. So, Jameis Winston against Kansas City, that defense is way too good for me to pick Jameis Winston. Jefferson against the Bears. I don't know about that one. But here's the thing. Say you're like, I don't know about the NFL, guys. You got the NBA. Right? Jokic. Is this the NBA Cup? I don't remember. Probably not. I can't follow. NHL, if you're into it. Only Sebastian Aho is there. Gives you an idea. That's cutting it close, though. I'm not touching that. Sebastian Aho gets decked and is out for the game, and you just lost. So I'd probably go with I would probably go with Anthony Davis 30.5. Good Lord, would I not touch that? I would probably go with Jokic. So there you go. You got your lineup. Straight from me, Patrick Mahomes freebie, Bryce Young and Adam Thielen stack, Lamar Jackson, Bo Nix, and Nikola Jokic. There you go. And that's it. Maximum of 6 picks allowed. So that is Prize Picks. Give us your cricket lineup. They got all sorts of stuff. Oh, man. They got Apex. You play Apex Legends. Dota 2. So if you're an esports person, you're a soccer person. Couldn't even tell you what soccer league is happening. Yeah, let's go with cricket, right? There's only 3 options. We'll go with like this. This is so cool. I love this. I remember back in the day, during the pandemic, there was no sports being played, so they had Madden simulations. It was really cool. But anyway, yeah, I'd love to celebrate with 28 Wishes ice cream, 100%. It's just nowhere near me. I'll be celebrating with ice cream though. I'm probably watching Suits in a little bit, but. Oh, okay. No. I know what we're doing. So hear me out. I'm taking out Lamar Jackson. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to take out Jokic. And I'm going to go with Buckley because that's my guy. I did just get in the UFC. Joaquin Buckley, 81.5 significant strikes on Colby Covington. So there we go. That's how it's done. Get in on the action. Let me know. The Excelsior people, those are the people who are interested. Okay? If you're interested, or you were interested and you signed up or you're about to sign up using code JKBogan, you're going to help the channel out and you're going to help yourself out because you're going to be getting $50 for just playing a $5 lineup. So doing what I just did, literally this would net you $50 added in your account. So the Excelsior people who have not played Prize Picks before that you just told me, if you signed up, I want you to put in there Joaquin Buckley is gonna win this. No, this is too long. I want you to put in there done. How about that? Just done. Yeah, 50 exactly. My Super Bowl matchup prediction right now is Rams-Bills. Rams-Bills. So, yeah. Once again, for those of you who are interested, I got Patrick Mahomes, freebie, Bryce Young, Lamar, Adam Thielen, Bo Nix, and Joaquin Buckley. And by the way, if you're feeling frisky here, instead of going with the 23x, 2x, and 0.4x and giving yourself an out, you can go with the 6 straight. And that's going to pay 37.5x. There you go. That's Prize Picks. So, that's so funny. I look like such a Nimrod with the sunglasses. I don't know. I actually kind of think they're cool, but just inside, I guess. I don't know. No, I look baller. I don't even care. Just the indecision. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. I appreciate that. If you haven't already. And also, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we are getting numbers. We are getting numbers. We have 29,032 subscribers. Our goal is to get to 30,000 by the end of the month. That is not going to happen, but I'm setting a goal anyway. With that said, last thing I'll say, if you guys could, you want to support me further, I am doing more gaming, okay? I got Indiana Jones. I got my $2,000 PC that I built. We are gaming on the Kick channel. Okay. And I know I might even start a gaming YouTube channel or revive one. Right. So if you want to be a part of the gaming, you like just hanging out with me, you like what I have to say, you like Q&As and things like that. If you want to be a part of it, you can do so by heading over to kick.com/jkbogan and be sure to follow the channel. It's literally free to follow. So I am going to be going over there, not right after this, but probably at some point in the day tomorrow, over the weekend. And I'm going to have some fun because the Rams are off. They have a mini bye. We don't see them until next Sunday. So I'm going to be gaming a decent amount. I'm also going to be covering the Yankees as well because it's the off season and there's a lot of moves to be done. But that's what I'll be doing. I'll be putting out Rams content as well, so don't forget about that. But if you are interested in the gaming content, be sure to check out my Kick channel and follow. I'll also try and get some All-22 done. I haven't been able to do All-22 watch parties, and I apologize for that. I got really busy, but I want to get back to doing that as well. So, guys, it's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure to host this, JE Live and do the watch party and do the live stream earlier today. And DTR is tomorrow night. Yes, DTR, Downtown Rams, tomorrow night. So I will see you guys soon. But everyone, don't take no shit. And, enjoy your... wow, everyone's saying Marvel Rivals, huh? Yeah, I might play that. Who knows? But anyway, enjoy your night. I appreciate you letting me be a part of your night. And I appreciate you guys helping me get to 29,000 subscribers and helping me almost get to 400 likes. Maybe we can change that. But guys, it's been awesome. You guys have been great. And this has been one of the best live streams that I've had because, I mean, the super chats were through the freaking roof. So really, again, really appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care, folks.